Hello everyone, my name is Amit Pandey and I am a cybersecurity and cloud trainer at INFOSEC Trade. And today we are going to discuss some of the defensive security interview questions. The first question is, what is buffer overflow? Buffer overflow is a common and critical security vulnerability in computer system and software application. It occurs when a program writer data beyond the bounds of an allocated buffer, leading to unintended consequences that can compromise systems integrity and security. So let's understand first what is buffer overflow. Buffer is a temporary storage area in your computer memory typically used to hold data temporarily while its speed transfer from one place to another or process. Buffer overflow occurs when a program writes more data into a buffer that it can hold, causing the excess data to overwrite adjacent memory location. This can have several consequences as it can corrupt the data, crash program, and potentially allow malicious code to execute. Buffer overflow typically happens when a program fails to check the size of the data it is writing to a buffer. Attackers can exploit this vulnerability by crafting input data specifically designed to overflow the buffer and manipulate the programmer's behavior. Now let's talk about the consequences of buffer overflow. Buffer overflow vulnerability can have several severe adverse consequences. The first is data corruption. Overwriting adjacent memory can lead to data corruption, which can result in a loss of critical information or the execution of erroneous instructions. The second is program crashes. Buffer overflow can cause program to crash or terminate unexpectedly. This can disrupt regular operation and lead to system downtime. The third is security vulnerability. Perhaps the more concerning consequences is the potential for buffer overflow to be exploited by malicious actors. Attackers can inject malicious code into the overwriting temporary space, leading to security breach and unauthorized access to the system. The fourth is denial of service, which is DOS. In some cases, buffer overflow can be exploited to create DOS attack where the program or systems become unresponsive, denying legitimate user access to the service. To prevent and mitigate buffer overflow vulnerabilities, several strategies and best practices are employed. The first is input validation. Developers should thoroughly validate and sanitize input data to ensure that it does not exceed the buffer capacity. This includes enforcing data size limitation and filtering out potential harmful character. The second is bound checking. Developer can implement bound checking mechanism in their code to ensure that data is written within the allocated buffer limit. Modern programming language often provide tools and libraries to assist with this. The third is secure coding practices. Following secure coding practice such as avoiding the use of unsafe functions and libraries can help to reduce the likelihood of buffer overflow. The fourth is use of memory safe language. Language like Rust and Swift has memory safety feature that significantly reduce the risk of buffer overflow by automatically managing memory allocation and deallocation. The fifth is stack canaries. Stack canaries are value placed in the programming memory that change upon buffer overflow attempts. If an overflow occurs, the canaries value is altered, triggering an alert or terminating the program. The sixth is address space layout randomization, which is also called as ASLR. ASLR randomizes memory addresses, making it harder for the attackers to predict the location of vulnerable memory region. And seventh is buffer overflow detection tool. Tools like static analyzer and runtime security solution can help identify and mitigate buffer overflow vulnerabilities in software applications. So the conclusion is that buffer overflow vulnerability are the persistent threat in the world of computer security. Understanding how they work, the potential consequences, and the strategies employed to prevent and mitigate them is crucial for developer, system administrator, and cybersecurity professionals. As technology continues to advance, buffer overflow vulnerability will remain a critical concern, underscoring the importance of ongoing vigilance in adhering to security coding practice in the digital age. So this was for today. Thank you and have a nice day.